Robin.
Jack Osborne was very nice, very down to earth.
Yeah, it was cool.
Very cool. We got Demetri Martin coming in a few minutes.
Yes. We're guest loaded
We're
today.
guest heavy today.
Guest heavy.
I'm such an asshole. I tweeted the...
What, you had something else to say after that?
You know what? You're right. That really is all that needed to be said.
No, Jimmy.
No. Way to hurt a guy while he's down.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That should end with a period every time.
Oh.
There's two more showings of God Bless Ozzy Osbourne. The 28th at 9 p.m., which is Thursday, at the SVA Theater here in New York. AMC Lowe's Village 30th. That's Saturday afternoon at 1 p.m. These will obviously sell out because there was a 1,000-seat venue on fucking Easter that was sold out.
Damn.
So it's a tremendous documentary, and I would suggest going to it highly.
Very, very good. Okay, we got a couple things before Demetri Martin comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to do this royal wedding thing? You're going to follow this shit?
Not in the least am I going to watch that drivel. Who cares?
When does that happen? Tomorrow?
About the English.
Is it tomorrow?
I think it's charming.
With their dumb fucking wedding and the pomp and circumstance. What is this? 1750? Who cares?
Why 1750?
Well, that's like, the British were pretty
Was
big
that
then.
that was their time?
Yeah, they were pretty fucking big. They were kicking ass all over the place.
1750
That was before we threw them a fucking beat.
I knew you had to go before 1776.
We had to go
I'm not that
before
stupid,
they- we
but
threw them a
1750
beat.
seems to be maybe something you pulled.
Them in France were kind of duking it out a little bit.
Duking it out a bit.
Whatever, but...
Yeah. Hey, the Today Show.
Yeah? From when?
Well, that's a good point.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to
That's a
say
good point.
yesterday, and then I was going to do a whole thing.
I would have said yesterday if this was Tuesday, but yesterday was Sunday, which
I know.
makes it tough to say it was yesterday. So then I got really confused because I knew where you were going.
Of course.
And I wanted to help you out with your bit, but yesterday was Easter Sunday.
Sunday didn't work.
The Today Show interviews a woman. Ready for this? They're getting ready for the royal wedding.
Yeah.
They interviewed a woman named Kate Middleton.
But wait a minute. Isn't that the bride's name?
Well, it is, Anthony. So they just found someone that has the same name, and they interviewed her.
Why?
And the only reason I'm playing this, because it goes back to another old fucking hack radio bit that a lot of morning guys did, where they go through the phone book and like, hey, today we're going to talk to Jim Morrison.
Oh, no, yeah, and they would call up.
But they actually would, if they really want to trick their listeners, they would get guys that, are still alive, like, I don't know, give me one, like, fucking, help me out here.
Bill Tetley.
Bill Tetley, yes, of the rock band, but it's a hack bit. Because, guys share names with famous people, so as a morning guy, you have to call some of these people, and they're all confused, and you have to ask them if for example, if it's Jim Morrison, are you a fan of the Doors? And usually the guy isn't, and, well, how could you not, because your name is Jim Morrison?
Well, it's all I heard growing up, but oh, gosh.
Well, I can't believe the Today Show is actually doing a really hack radio bit, so... Kate tells us an extremely interesting story of coworkers playing crazy pranks based on her name.
No.
Because she shares the same name as that broad.
So we all know Kate Middleton is the Princess Bride, but did you know she also sells bicycles and spends her time teaching spin classes in Massachusetts?
We are talking about the other Kate Middleton sharing the same name as the Queen-to-be, and our Kate Middleton joins us now. Good morning. Great to see you.
Hi.
This has been quite a ride.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, boy. She's like, hi. Really?
Hi.
Hi.
This has been quite a ride for you. No, it hasn't.
Hi.
This has been quite a ride you have been on. This started when we first heard Kate Middleton as a potential member of the royal family, and your phone starts ringing, right?
The phone started ringing actually after a newspaper article came out about having the same name as Prince William's fiancée, and my coworker started playing around with it a little bit and said, oh, she's not here yet, she's having tea with the Queen.
So reporters are beginning to call.
Yes.
I can't believe they said that.
I want to work with those people.
They sound like a hoot.
I want to work with them. Why can't we have fun like that around here?
Here's the fun thing.
She's having tea with the Queen. Oh, see?
She's a prostitute. That's funny.
Yeah.
Like she's actually a hooker. Like, God damn it, her regular's here. and he makes her fuck it, like he sits on her face and she tongues his asshole and he says, "Lick my ass, Kate Middleton." And oh, she's having tea with the Queen. Then she'll eat the ass of fucking Herman the accountant.
Was that laugh again there, Jimmy? Kate continues to talk about...
It doesn't stop when you guys want it to. All right.
Kate continues to talk about her mundane life.
So what's it like now? You walk through grocery stores, you see,
What is it like? What is it like? Talking about? What is it like for what? To see someone with the same fucking name?
You see, your name in magazines. You hear your name all over, TV reports. Do you like it? Is it annoying? I mean, where do you stand with all of this?
It's pretty funny. And people around me have always called me a princess anyway, so I guess it's kind
Hey, man,
This story is great.
I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. This is terrific stuff. And get involved here, please.
I can't. I'm loving it.
This is great shit.
I guess it's kind of fitting.
So it kind of fits.
But this goes back even before the engagement.
Wow.
The first time you heard about this, I understand you were applying for a job.
That's right. I was applying.
I wonder what a job she was. I wonder what job she was applying for.
Applying for a job.
Well, I was applying for the job as someone who scoops the shit off of sheets of AIDS patients the way they do your crumbs at Morton's.
Holy crap. With that little crumb fucking thing. What is that thing called?
I don't know, but it's magic.
It's that metal thing. Get rid of the crumbs.
Oh, shit.
That's what Elizabeth Berkley looks like these days. She held up, huh? No?
Well,
What?
looking a little sharp.
What do you mean a little
Her
sharp?
features are a little sharp.
It happens when you get older.
And like her eyes, like she's got the thyroid.
You don't think she could close them when she goes to bed at night?
look
She has
at
too
her.
much white around them like a fucking psycho.
Crazy, yeah.
Exactly. Either she's had work done or she's fucking insane.
Yeah, something
Or
going on there.
both. Or neither.
Something going on there.
Dude, please, why'd the laughs all of a sudden stop? This
I know,
fucking
that's
story
true.
had me
Come
going.
on now. Come on now.
Hilarious.
Is there a better road song than Turn the Page? Random thought of the day, I understand.
Probably.
I heard that driving because I was in fucking miserable traffic.
The Name Game.
The Name Game's pretty good. And do we go Bob Seger or Metallica? Both versions, very nice.
I think I love Metallica, but I think you got to go Seeger with that one.
Turn the Page is such a great fucking road song. No?
Well, it's pretty long.
You're not a big Bob Seger fan?
No, I was into it, like, growing up and shit.
And then I heard Night Moves, too. I had a classic rock weekend, I think.
There you go.
Is there a better song, though? When you're just driving?
I don't know. This might, lull me to sleep.
You don't like this? I thought you would like Turn the
I need
Page.
something fucking, rocking.
East of Omaha. All right, we don't have to play this. It was just a random thought. Kate continues to talk about her mundane life.
The first time you heard about this, I understand you were applying for a job.
That's right. I was applying for a job, and I got a call back, and the person said, "Well, I didn't know you were dating Prince William."
What did you say back, Kate? Quick, get to the audio.
Wow, she leads a hell of a life.
What did the guy say back?
I don't know.
What happened? What'd she say back?
Yeah, come
And I got
on.
a call back, and the person said, "Well, I didn't know you were dating Prince William." And I said, "Well, what are you talking about? I didn't know I was dating Prince William either."
She didn't know either, she says.
Slow down.
He says it, she just says it back. How'd they get anything
boy.
done?
This is terrific.
What are you talking about? I didn't know I was dating Prince William either. And he said, "I Googled your name, and I found that you, in fact, are dating Prince William."
He didn't say, "You got the job." He said, "So it appears that you're dating Prince William."
Holy no story.
Wow.
Holy non-fucking story.
It's funny you should say that, Anthony, because The Today Show anchors struggle to fill the last 30 seconds of the interview time.
Wow.
Because they fit everything in a nice little slot over there.
Yeah.
Hey, good thing your name's not Diana. Otherwise, you might not be able to go through tunnels. Oh, why did I say that?
Coke Logic is going with "Running Down a Dream" as a fine road song.
Yes, it is a very good road song.
I know you like that one, Jimmy. I remember
really
you
do.
talking about that one.
Yep. Because me and Del were singing a little runaway. He shot himself. He ate a bullet. He said it was tasty.
Can I be part of that bit? I like that one.
If you wish, yes.
I'll be background guy, though. I don't want to take too much.
God,
I'll be like
that's great.
background vocals on that bit, please. What the World Needs Now by Cracker. Then Coke Logic ruins it with that. How is that a good road song, Coke Logic? What the
Exactly.
fuck?
What does he know about the road anyway? He's a fucking shut-in.
He is.
Why don't they just scream at Coke Logic?
And I would say an extreme alcoholic.
Oh, he's a fucking drunk. He's a sot.
What are you gonna do?
Yes, he really is.
And then this idiot goes with Running on Empty as a staple road. Idiot. Sarah from Buffalo. Sorry, Sarah.
Yes.
Oh, I was going to call him a fruit.
Go Sabres, Sarah. Let's do this. Game 7. Let's do this.
Is there are we done with that? Or is
I
there
don't know.
more
man.
comedy?
I really don't know.
I want
Out
some
of
more
that.
laughs, please.
All of a sudden, we went into road songs.
I want to hear because it's
but
just
you're not a Jackson Brown fan. I'm trying to get
some Browns for
He stinks. That's why we're not fans. He's horrible.
You always hated him, right?
yeah, because that was like a concert I had to take a girl to.
You don't like Stay?
What's
No.
Yeah, it was his biggest hit.
That was his
Jimmy.
big one.
Why don't
that was,
you stay?
That was before Lawyers in Love.
Oh, Lawyers in
A
Love
great
was
video
terrific.
that was.
Are you a fan of Radar Love? That's coming in. And also Robert Plant, Larry from Connecticut. I like this song, actually. Big Log.
No.
You never were a fan of the Big Log?
No, not Big Log.
Too slow
Yeah.
and mundane like this
Plodding.
fucking Today Show broad.
Yeah.
See, that's why I did that. See how we brought it right
See,
back around?
right back to...
Here's the last clip. Yeah, the anchors try to fill up the last 30 seconds because, like I said, they have to fit everything into a slot over there.
Of course.
So this is going to be really awkward.
Are you dating someone named Will? Because that would really be interesting.
No, I'm not.
Are you looking for a
No,
prince?
I'm dating somebody named Leroy, and he likes to call me Yo Middleton while he fucks my face and vagina. He's what we call a pussy wrecker. All right, back to you, Matt.
Back to you, Matt.
Yeah, I'm what you call a what's the word? They call a coal digger or something.
Oh, coal burner?
A coal burner. Yeah.
Hey, you coal burner?
Yeah. Yes. No.
burner.
Yeah. You're dating someone named William. Who gives a fuck?
Philip from Oklahoma just came up with the greatest road song ever.
Oh,
Well,
which one?
I'm not saying.
Oh,
Why would I say?
because then we could all put it on
And agree?
drive.
Wherever I may roam. No. No?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you and Metallica?
love
What did they
Metallica.
ever do to you?
I had a falling out with Lars.
You did?
No.
You might have, though, because he's kind of that guy.
I just want to sound like I was powerful, like Lars and I were equals.
Yeah. Here's the last 30 seconds of that horrible Today Show thing.
Are you dating someone named Will? Because that would really be interesting.
Pause that.
No, I'm not.
Are you?
No, I'm dating someone named Hitler. Funny story. Funny story. I was going to Temple, and he was throwing eggs at us. And,
Why would you ask if you're dating someone named Will? Like I said, they had to fill up the last 30 seconds, and they ran out of questions.
Are you dating someone named Will? Because that would really be interesting.
Pause right there.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not. I'm sucking someone's cock named Will. He won't date me, though, because he's in a bad, abusive marriage. So he makes me suck his dick in the back of his car, and his balls are oniony. Onion Balls Willie, his name is. Everyone knows Onion Balls Willie. He's a legend on the fucking underground fight circuit.
Are you looking for a prince?
I am looking for.
Are you looking for a prince?
See?
She should say
makes
no.
it romantic.
I don't fuck purple-loving black midgets. Thank you anyway. No, not looking for a prince at all. Looking for more of a Snoop. A prince is too light-skinned and fruity.
Yeah.
I like a dark one who I know
am
will really
looking for
fuck
a
my
prince,
spine into a
but
bad
not
place.
William.
But not that. But not that William.
Kate Middleton, it's great to have you on.
No, it
you guys
wasn't.
going to be watching the wedding, by the way?
What time is the wedding?
It's like
Okay.
4
Here
in the
it'll
morning,
probably, the coverage will start at 4 a.m. So that can't inconvenience you in any way.
I'll be dreaming of the wedding.
She's honest.
DVR it.
Exactly.
Kate Middleton, other Kate Middleton, real Kate Middleton.
Exactly.
Just Kate Middleton. Thank you so
Let it go.
much. Up next.
Hey, man, we could like
Wow.
live simulcast that shit.
Oh, yeah?
Or at least could take a peek.
Great.
Demetri Martin is outside the studio. We should
dear?
invite him in to say hi.
God.
there.
Good.
Thank God. Oh, here comes...
Hey, what's up, Demetri?
How you doing, man?
Welcome to the Opie and Anthony show.
Yep.
How are you, bro?
Take a seat. Grab some
having me.
headphones.
You and the Norden know each other?
Many years.
Yeah.
Many years.
Many,
Yes,
many
yes,
years.
Very
I know
good.
Jeff from way back.
Very good.
I remember when
Yeah.
Demetri was a younger guy starting out, just kind of, doing
Yeah.
well. We would take rides together, and what was he fucking famous now? Dude, really good job. And what was the Take Me Home Tonight?
Oh, yeah. Take me home tonight.
Oh,
yeah.
you fucking hilarious in
Thanks,
that.
man.
Guy plays a guy in a wheelchair. Really, really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, Norton
I've seen
is
that one yet.
one of the most... I'm not kissing your ass. I'm just being honest. Because when you start, you go to a lot of clubs and see a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Norton's prolific.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, seriously, one of the few guys who always has new stuff.
We talk about that. I don't understand
Yeah, I don't
why
know where
there's
he
more
comes up
comics
with
that
this.
are like
it's
that.
not
Working on
it's
new material.
Sadly, not many people like that.
It's him. It's probably only you and Kevin Meaney that actually write
God bless Kevin.
new stuff. And
It's funny. I did Fitzsimmons' podcast at the Caroline.
Oh, yeah, cool.
And he said that Meaney was on the first show, but Galifianakis was there. So I'm like, well, did you bring Zach out? And he goes, well, no, I had Kevin Meaney. Like, how fucking loyal are you?
Oh my God.
Kevin Meaney would fucking hang himself to bring Zach out. So you're doing fucking great, dude.
Thanks, yeah.
You really are on fire. What is your book? We actually just got copies.
It's
It's called
just-
This Is a Book, Jimmy.
Yeah, it's a grab bag. It's just like little short essays, like the old Woody Allen books and Steve Martin stuff. My version of that kind of stuff, where short stories, and I put some of my little drawings in there and stuff. Yeah, it's funny. I used to hang out at the Cellar, not a lot, but I'd stop by there. I hardly ever got up there, but it's funny when you start in New York, you think that is comedy. It's the biggest in the country, but it's also specific. It's also a small town in a weird way. And so I do like call them the alternative rooms and stuff. But then when you get to go out and you go on the road, you go to each city and you find your people in each city. You know what I mean? So like I do a show, and then after the show, like guys who kind of look like me, or guys who were on the math team in high school, certain dorks, you kind of find, it's a big country, so you find your people. But it's interesting that New York is this like intersection where I'd be sitting at a table with Norton and Patrice or Geraldo. It's unbelievable. But you know what I mean? It's but then it's like kind of scatters, and you go find your people.
What Demetri's saying is a toxic table. People with addictive personalities and problems and self-sabotagers.
Thank you for the translation.
You couldn't pick three bigger self-sabotagers than me, Geraldo, and Patrice. How about Keith Robinson for people that should fucking throw themselves into a fucking canal?
Jesus.
But like a shallow canal, just to swim a little.
Yeah, exactly. We want to see him. We want his spine cracked. We don't want him actually dead. You have a real cult following, though, man. It's like you tapped into something, and there's a weird thing with comedians and alternative comedians, but you're a funny act. I mean, and like your material's funny, and
Thanks.
it's like it's good. It's not. I don't know what alternative. What do you even consider alternative?
Yeah, it's funny. I remember when I started Luna Lounge, there were certain rooms in the city that were not clubs. I couldn't get up in the clubs anyway. The thing was, I wanted to be in the clubs, and they told me I was too low energy and cerebral. It's like, if you're low energy, Norton will know. That's like kiss of death.
Right.
Todd Barry always deals with that. They call you low energy, and like you're branded. You're low energy.
Shit.
We can't use you. Too boring. Whatever it is, whatever their problem is with it.
And Todd's a funny dude. Todd's
funny. Todd comes up with tons of shit.
The problem is he doesn't look good on TV. He looks like a screensaver. Todd Barry just lurks in the corner. But he's a really good comic, man. He's a very funny
Todd's
dude.
great. He's great at crowd work and stuff too. Yeah. So for me, I think what a lot of people didn't like about alternative comedy is people bringing their notebooks up and keeping their head down and meandering through, like not
it became
committing.
a parody of alternative comedy.
Yeah,
It's like the person with the stool and the pad. And people just make fun of it.
And it's funny. It's just the idea of commitment. Whether for me, music or stand-up, or just commit to your shit. Just commit to the thing that you do. I think when people don't commit, it's lame.
Just trying it out.
Yeah, like I don't give a shit. Or it's like anti-comedy, where it's like the joke is that it's not funny. It's like, man, people are paying and like sitting there to listen to. It's funny. What I do is so old-fashioned in a way because it's just jokes. You know what I mean? I love Stephen Wright when I was a kid.
Yeah.
You've talked about Dice. Like, it's funny, you go back any comic and you can say who you saw when you were whatever age you were. It does influence you. There's an imprint on your head, and you kind of end up on a track. I just saw Richard Pryor's. I haven't seen a Richard Pryor special in a long time, and they aired one on Comedy Central. He's wearing a red
sunset. Yeah.
Oh man, it's so good. It's just crazy how just completely great that guy was.
And that was my least favorite of all of the three, because that was where he burned himself, and he says, I'm not going to say nigger anymore. It was kind of an emotional. He had gone to Africa. That was... I
picked up the slack.
Yeah, he certainly did. Where Richard left off. Thank God Anthony was around with a fucking white family in Long Island.
Finally, somebody said it.
That's all I need.
But yeah, that's... it is weird. Like, when you talk about commitment, too, you're right. Like, guys... Because when guys are pretending they don't care about being funny, they really do.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Like, I don't mind a guy working on... Because like, Janine used to go on stage, Janine Garofalo, and she would have like a notebook, but she was a funny comic. I mean, people started to parody, say, oh, she sucked, but she didn't suck. She was funny. It's when people who really do want to be funny, it's like guys who do spoken word.
Yeah.
And they don't like you know, I like Henry Rollins, but he wants to do stand-up. And
he wants to do stand-up.
They want it to be incidentally funny, which is funny without the risk.
Right.
And it's like, if you commit to it, there's a risk there.
That's great.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's so true.
It's doing stand-up without the risk. Because if people don't like it or find it funny, they're the assholes. Because I'm just trying to be profound here on stage doing spoken word. And it is just a cop-out to be able to go up on stage, try to do stand-up without any repercussions if you suck.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's cowardly. It's
that cowardly. Is.
But you always had, I wouldn't classify you as alternative because low energy, but, you know, again, there's a lot of, like, Stephen Wright, low energy. Todd Barry, low energy. A lot of guys don't have high energy. Yeah, but as long as the material's there and it's funny.
It's funny, too, over time, I think any creative thing you do, the truth just wiggles its way out.
Right.
Yeah.
How much stuff can you come up with? I mean, for radio, you guys have to fill so much time. It's just like either you have the chops or you don't. Like you have to
had it,
you know. But you have to do it. It's like 1 week, 2 week, 2 years, 5 years, 10. Once you're like 10 years into something, either you're stealing. People who steal jokes, for example, like it just comes out. Like you can get away, right? Someone steals something once, twice. And then after a while, it's just like the truth is there. It's like, dude's a thief, you know, whoever it is.
And that's a horrible...
We all know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Rogan
Richard Pryor.
Yes, he actually stole a lot of shit from fucking... I couldn't think of a horrible fucking white comic. I'm sure I should. I'll think of 30 as soon as the door closes, but that's why I'm here, because I improv. I can't think of a comic's name on the fucking Opie and Anthony show.
I can't either. I'm trying to back
I know, we're
you up.
both trying to find an awful comic. Lenny Schultz, who wasn't awful, but, you know, go crazy, Lenny. That's an obscure one. I heard Lenny Schultz jerked off so much that his dick had calluses, like he couldn't have sex anymore. No, not Charlie Callis. That's what I heard about Lenny Schultz, if anyone knows. Go crazy, Lenny. More pigs, Lenny.
Wow.
So the book is, this is a book. And again, that's your style. That is...
Simple.
What was the name of your show? It was
These Are Jokes. Oh, that was my CD. And then my show is my show is called Important Things. You know, I like generic stuff. I just keep it simple. And it's fun. I was talking to somebody recently, and I was thinking about the Cellar in comics and talking to comics here. Some guys live, you know, they get on stage, first thing they say is like, been sober, 15 years or whatever. So they have some real shit to talk about. That's their real life. I was on the math team when I was in high school. Like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? So you just find how to be authentic. Like, what's your thing?
Right.
So, yeah, it's like, for me, it's basic, simple deconstruction.
There's it's funny.
So good shitter reading is what you're saying?
This is great for the shitter. Some of this makes you shit, so it's like, it's got some laxative oriented stuff in it.
To those pages.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I remember when Aziz Ansari, who's been doing some spots at the Cellar, when he first came around, Manny, who owned this, I loved him. He saw something in Aziz, who was just starting. He was very green. Nice guy, but it's like the comedian. We just kind of joked with him. We always tell Manny, like, we know you want to fuck that guy. Like, we were just teasing him because Manny had never taken any interest in young comedians. He didn't care. So we're like, and you see him now, and he's got he's through the roof,
right?
Yeah.
He's through the roof.
Yeah.
Some people know how to use that social media stuff. I'm not a natural for that stuff.
Some people just know how to make it click, and it's like, I got 3 million followers. And
it's crazy. I love that people have followers. It's so ridiculous. Yeah.
The word followers, that is kind of fucked
obnoxious
up.
Shit.
It really is obnoxious.
How many followers do you have?
More accurately, I have 102,000 people who are kind of bored with their own lives and find my training hunting interesting.
It's too wordy. That's the problem.
You cracked the 100,000 mark, though, huh?
Yeah, it's again.
Are you doing the? Do you do the road a lot now?
I go out in the beginning of the year. I do a lot of beginning of the year stuff to make my money, and I'm touring with Burr, Brewer, and Attell. We're doing this thing.
Oh, that's
the four
cool.
of us. Yeah. So, actually, before I forget, Jesus, Seattle goes on sale this Friday. I'm announcing it today. We're going to be in Seattle July 1st.
That's awesome.
That will sell out because BJ Shea is pushing it, and tickets on sale Friday. So yeah, I don't go on that much. When I can stay here, I stay here.
How are you guys enjoying Sirius and everything?
You know what?
It's all right.
It's pretty cool to be able to get on and talk about what you want to talk about the way you want to talk about it. But
does it change the rhythm of like even your thoughts? You're like, I can say that word, or just
I think so.
stuff.
Yeah.
Other than regular radio, it's a pain in the ass trying to work around. And people are like, well, you have to be more clever. It's great to have to. No, it's a pain in the ass. Right. If I want to say fuck for something, I'm not going to say it every 2 seconds, but that's how I talk.
The funny thing is, I bet you if you could graph everybody who went from traditional to satellite, their first week of shows or first month, there's just tons of cursing. Just because you can. It's like
the fuck show.
And then it evens out probably.
Yeah,
and then it's where it's useful, you know.
Then it just becomes the way you normally talk in life, you know.
But you wind up, you know what I found too? It's like it becomes content. It's not even language. Like, we could say fuck, but on regular radio it got so bad you can't address certain things. You can't do anything racial.
Yeah, just
even
talking
if it's
about
truthful.
sexual intercourse was crazy.
Content-wise,
It's childishly unfunny, and you're never funnier when you have to fucking walk through a minefield. Pryor was funny on the Tonight Show, but he was funnier live. Carlin too.
Yeah,
you're never funny when you're your balls cut off.
Yeah, that's true. And so it's like 90-something% of it's not like so dark and terrible anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The vernacular, it doesn't always match like the intent, or like you're talking about something so evil or terrible and people shouldn't hear it. It's just the way we talk. It's like, I don't know, sometimes the technology doesn't actually catch up with just life.
And it might be what's going to offend advertisers, or what's going to offend a group that's going to give your advertisers shit. I remember what were you doing when I first started knowing you? Which is, I guess, going back almost 15 years now.
Like just for jobs and stuff?
Yeah, weren't you in school for...
Yeah, I was in law school at NYU. I dropped out after 2 years, and then I was like... And that's right by what was the Boston Comedy Club and the Cellar and stuff. And then, I was doing open mics and stuff after that. I was temping. I got work just answering phones, like on Wall Street and stuff, and then I was a proofreader. So I worked like a full week doing that kind of stuff.
Oh, really?
And then if I could get up anywhere, I'd bark with Louis Schaefer.
Oh, God. Louis fucking Schaefer was one of the funniest dudes ever, man. And he moved to England. He got 2 kids.
Yeah. I think he's divorced now.
Oh, is he divorced?
I think so, but he got married. He moved to England, got married, had 2 kids, and he does like the festivals over there and stuff. And
I heard he's had like a lukewarm reception.
Yeah,
Lewis was a guy with glasses who would stand outside in a really bad sports coat, and he used to sprinkle roses when he went on stage. Like Lewis was a fucking odd character.
He was an odd character. Yeah, always wore a blue blazer.
Right.
He had the same outfit every night, and he barked and had the bark is stand on the street and tell people to come
try to get people to the club.
Yeah.
Did you start in New York?
No, I started in Jersey. I was doing the road for like 5 years, which fucking Colin Quinn loves to point out, you know. It was funny when he said to Voss, he goes, the opening of The Sopranos, when you're going around and you see 280, that's your career. Fucking elitist idiot thinks he's a fucking... I really want to spit on Colin right now.
I got not the funniest Colin story, but I was walking on the street once in Midtown. I hadn't seen Colin in years, and it was like 55th or somewhere around there. In the middle of the day, and I came to a corner, and I almost bumped into a guy, and it was Colin Quinn walking the other direction. And he's like, "Hey, man." I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" And he had with him like a folder, and he was like kind of sheepish. And I was like, "What's that?" He's like, and it was music. He was like taking guitar lessons. You know, Colin plays guitar.
No, I did not know that.
Motherfucking
sneak! Oh, what an asshole! What does he want to serenade people in the fucking shrubs?
I knew Norm would like that.
Oh, I love it.
That's good.
He was just kind of like, "Oh yeah, I'm taking guitar lessons."
What you should have done, and nobody would have faulted you if you just knocked his papers into a puddle. You know how fucking awful he must be at guitar with those frail fucking breadstick fingers.
We saw him walking down the
like a
street,
mob name.
And he was he was going into an OTB years ago.
Yeah, he plays the palms.
Play the horses.
I always want to do a character like in a movie or a story who's really rich, and when you ask her, what if you don't mind me asking, what did your father do? And she's like, OTB. He got very lucky with OTB.
Just very lucky playing the horses.
You know what? There's probably more of them than you'd think. People who just fucking, their parents made their money doing shitty stuff, or look, drug dealers' kids.
Sure. You never think of that. Yeah, you just think they were always successful business people or something.
We really got to get Colin a guitar because he comes in whenever he can.
Oh, I would love
you got to do that.
How long ago is this? I want to see how many lessons he
Probably
has.
a couple years ago.
Oh my!
shit.
That fucking sneak.
Next time we have a guitar behind those TVs.
That sucks.
So you're from Jersey?
Yeah. My first 5 years were in Jersey, and then I just started coming to New York on Monday nights. I would, with Eric McMahon and Florentine, we'd go to the Strip and just fucking hang out because you wanted to be part of the city. You know, this was the scene. Yeah. And fucking Lucian wouldn't look at it. You remember Lucian, right?
Yeah, I was around then.
He treated us fucking horrendous, and none of the city comic. First guys in the city to be nice to me, the first 3 guys that were respected that were nice to me were Louis, Mark Maron, and Colin. Wow. Those are the first 3 guys that actually really
For me, it was probably
nice.
DC Benny, Lenny Marcus.
Oh, right.
And Geraldo.
But Lenny wouldn't fall under the established. Lenny would probably just fall under the fucking the nerds who were barely making ends meet. Yeah, he's a good friend of mine too. So
yeah.
Fuck Lenny.
Because I'm from Jersey too. I'm from Tom's River.
Okay.
Down by Seaside Heights.
Chicks are sexy in Tom's River. Do you know? It's like I've never met a girl I didn't want to fuck who was from Tom's River.
All right.
Yes, there's something fucking juicy and really hot about chicks from Tom's River.
It's a weird intersection.
Is that your publicist?
Are you
with the book company?
Yeah, she's from California.
Okay.
So it's far from Tom's River.
Apologize for the language. Oh, you with the publicity? Okay. I just, you sit
She's
there.
like, don't talk about it. Don't talk about my yellow boots.
Norton broke the 5th wall.
Yeah. Just
but I tend to say things and I forget there's people in the room who aren't fans of the show. They're just nice people doing their jobs, and I'm the fucking pig.
Well, yes.
Norton's got the best self-awareness. So,
oh, I know. Yeah. He's not shy for a second.
That's the good thing about comics, though. It's funny if you hang out with actors versus comics. I mean, because they are different. Some people try to do both or whatever.
Yeah.
But comics... Like an actor will wear sunglasses like at night or one of those guys, and nobody will say anything.
Yeah.
Comic, you're crucified. If you have them on for a second, you are crucified for the whole night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You just get ripped apart.
You got to be aware.
I don't know what it is. There's something about comics that just it's the insecurity, yet this illusion of such a confident person because you're up on the stage alone.
Yeah, and there's just an honesty. I think once you pull all the bullshit away, it's like nobody can get you on anything in a way.
You
own it, so
true.
it's just yours. It's like, if you're full of shit, I think you're in big trouble.
That is like a freeing thing that happens, even on this dopey-ass show. Like, over the years, there have been days where we're sitting here going like, oh, fuck, there's nothing in the news, there's this, that. And then you're like, hey, my friend tried to blow me in a tree fort. and then like,
and by the way, that's him telling that story. I'm the friend.
It wasn't try fort.
I like the word fort. That makes sense. Tree can't get out.
The tree fortress,
like a deck or a house. The
fortress tree.
It's a sexual fortress.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Years ago,
drawbridge.
That reminds me. Al Lubell had a story, something about a roommate in college.
Al Lubell,
yes. And years ago, Al Lubell did a one-man show, and it was in the. Al Lubell's a comic who was on the Tonight Show with Carson. Like, he's been around. He's a good writer.
He's done like 25 Lettermans.
I definitely know who he is.
And I went to see his one-man show. I think with Louis Schaefer, Dan Natterman, a couple comics, and it was in this little space above Stand Up New York. It's like kind of a little black box type theater, or whatever. It's like 50 seats. So we go to see Al's show. Al does like a 2-hour sprawling, some of his stand-up, telling stories. It was like 2 hours. Probably a little even longer than that, and we're just sitting in this, like, shows keeps going. The show ends and we go up to Al. It's like 3 or 4 comics, and he's packing his bag. Nobody says anything, and then Natterman goes, "Monstrously long show, Al."
Holy shit!
That was his first
brutal.
That was his first, the first words uttered, and and Natterman has like a 40s. He sounds like a guy from the 40s. Yeah. It's kind of great.
Do you know, I did a short film with Louis Black called Side Splitters. Do you know that character I do, oh boy, we're finally going to be alone with Hillary. I was mimicking Natterman. That
really?
was how, yes. I had to play vaudeville comedians, and that was the Natterman impression that I did, and it wound up, just becoming the way I did that.
Yeah.
I don't mean to act like I was in a huge film.
Were
like
you
20-minute movie.
Were you in Spider-Man or Spider-Man 2? Which one of those?
The linchpin of the film. That's what people considered me. I did, yes, I had one line in Spider-Man.
I love that. There's nothing better that, like, I think my favorite thing about being in showbiz at all is just getting surprised by seeing one of your friends.
Yeah, on TV.
It totally takes you out. It's like Spider-Man, suspension of disbelief, and then Norton's on the street. I'm like,
and he stinks and I don't like him. Oh, wait, it's Jimmy Norton.
But the fun part is when, like, because he does real, like, Demetri's really the what was the Woodstock movie you did, which was the star?
Oh, yeah, Taking Woodstock. I had to make out with a guy in that movie. I have no acting training.
Oh,
I'm like,
fuck.
And my first kind of real role
Wow.
Make out with a guy.
Remember that.
You should have asked in front of everybody, all right, what do I do if I get a hard on? How was that?
60s pants. I had to do 8 takes. I was thinking, going into it, I was just thinking, oh, God, all right, I'll just
got to get it right.
Try to be a pro. I wasn't even thinking of multiple takes.
Right.
Now you're trying harder each time.
Oh, no.
Like, what do I have to do to stop doing this? It's just weird because, you know what? You just feel like...
Gay?
Yeah, you just feel like it just feels like medical or like technical. It doesn't feel like sexual.
Was it? I didn't see the film. Was it a sexy scene, or were you guys supposed to be like fucking high? Or
I'll tell you, there are 2 scenes I had. One was like on a dance floor at a party in a bar. So it was just everyone starts cheering because I kissed this guy, and it's like I'm finding myself and stuff. But I was supposed to be in love with the guy. It's the guy I met earlier that I have a crush on. So that's what was hard because I've seen friends, they do, like on SNL or something, they kiss and everyone cheers or laughs.
Yeah.
But I had to, like, it was Ang Lee, so I had to try to be, like, emotional or something. But the other scene was with Jeffrey Dean Morgan. You guys know him? And he was in Watchmen and, I guess, Grey's Anatomy and stuff. I don't know. That was, like, this other storyline where I'm having an affair with that guy, and we had to have a love scene. And I had to be the catcher.
Oh, no.
So then we shoot it.
No.
And, the movie comes out, and it's not in the movie. So I have this weird mix of like, I know exactly.
Nothing.
I'm like kind of relieved because like, that's kind of cool. I don't have to have that out there. And then at the same time, I'm like, man, I did that. I want credit for that.
Yeah, that's fucking. You know what? A lot of guys won't do it. Like Will Smith, I heard wouldn't do it in 6 Degrees of Separation.
Really?
They wanted him to kiss. Yeah, I respect the fact that you did it as a fucking as an actor. I mean, if they say you got to do it.
Yeah, it was interesting. It was like I always joke around like when you're a kid. Somebody comes out of a time machine and tells you stuff that you actually end up doing, playing kickball, they'd be like, is Demetri here? I'm like, yeah, it's me. Listen, when you grow up, you're going to make out with a man. It's going to be on screens all the time.
Gotta go.
Whoa, what?
Wait a minute.
Did you tongue kiss him?
No.
Oh, no.
But you know what? He made us open our mouths. I think after like 2 or 3 takes, he's like, you got to open your mouth, guys. This doesn't look real.
Turned on by the thing?
Yeah, I don't know what the deal was.
Sean Penn had to do it in when he played Harvey Milk. I mean,
right.
And after a while, it becomes like this thing. It's like, well, let's fucking. Are you a real actor or are you not a real actor? That's
I watched that. I was watching The Wire last night and watching Omar.
Oh, Michael K. Williams.
Yeah.
I heard that's the best show.
Best show ever.
I got to see that.
But
good.
He gives kisses like where he'll hold your face.
It was like it was really
like
sensitive, and this sociopath is being all sensitive with his soon-to-be splayed open boyfriend.
Come here, baby boy.
It's interesting because it's like there's a line between just like you're being straight up homophobic, and then it's just biological stuff where you're like, I'm just uncomfortable. I'm not saying I'm against gay people. I just, it's not my biology.
Yeah. Exactly, and it's more like we've talked about it before. You get, and I don't know how many times somebody's popped up some porno on the computer, and 2 guys are just viciously going at each other sexually, and you look and you're kind of like whatever, and then 2 guys kissing and making out. You're just like, oh Jesus,
come
on,
the tenderness.
I don't want to see that. It's the tenderness and the lovingness that makes you kind of go like. As a guy, kind of back off a little bit.
Like what you're basically saying is he understands the attraction to holding a dick in his mouth. Fair, like a shotgun.
Thank God someone understands.
But it's like I don't want to love the guy after.
You can take the shotgun.
But you're right. It's not homophobia. It gets to be like a biological thing. Yeah. I'm not against it. I don't care if people get married.
I'm totally. I don't care about any of that stuff.
Right.
And it's so funny how much of the conservative it always comes out. The guys who rant the most against it. Of course they are gay and they're afraid they don't want anybody to know and all
Great documentary on HBO was fucking what do you have hardcore gay porn?
Yeah, I love radio's is such a weird place now just because of technology. Because people have screens and you can talk about stuff. Bam, there it is.
And there it is. There's 2 bearded men.
What I like is there's a lot of choice because he just scrolled through. There was stuff that wasn't the right kind of gay.
Yeah. Now that's the right gay.
You got to get the facial hair, the proper one.
Passion. You can't just.
You need the right gay.
And the facial hair adds a little extra to it.
You want to see beard rubbing? That's one of my favorite videos ever.
Horrible. Beard rubbing.
Beard rubbing rules.
Wow.
It's just like wow.
The picture Danny showed, it was 2 guys with beards, and one was holding the head of the other one, not unlike the way Anderson Silva was holding my neck. And that was like a really passionate couple of men lip locking. Rather unpleasant to look at. Rather unpleasant. And I've taken the plunge in my life with my kid.
Norton, man, I remember at Luna. You've told such great stories.
I think I only went on there one time.
Really? So
yeah.
I happened to be there that night.
Probably,
that was amazing. That was so good.
And
people went crazy. That was awesome.
Yeah, it might have been the tranny fucking story. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's what it was.
But
it's also it's not just the content of the story. It's like it was such a good reveal. Like you just told it well. You know what I mean? That's the thing. I think once you've done comedy a while, you get a sense of, even if you've never told the story before, you just trust yourself. You just know, like, I think I know where they're going to be laughs. Like, I think I know how to tell this.
There is a confidence level, though, and I think the best I've ever seen is Brewer. Brewer literally, he came in here and told that Pizza Man story for an hour.
Wow.
Brewer can fucking tell a story. He can captivate.
And the confidence, it's an hour, and he knew he was going to kill. Lots of laughs throughout the whole story. Yes.
Thank you, Roland. Demetri is doing a signing. I'm guessing it's tonight. Union Square, which is the big Barnes and Noble. It's a great place for a signing because there's a lot of, you're not going to be outdoors. You're going to be inside the whole time, even if it's raining. 7 o'clock. There will be a fucking lot of people there for Demetri. So if you want to go meet him, go down to Union Square and buy a copy of This Is a Book. And I know I like the way it's written in that it's these little short pieces and random thoughts because there's no pressure to marry yourself. God, am I talking a lot? There's no pressure to marry yourself to one thought.
How was it for your book? Like, how was writing and then doing signings and all
Loved
that
it.
stuff? Yeah.
Fucking the signings were the best part because the people, it's just great to see all these people. This your first?
Yeah.
To see all these people holding what you've written.
Yeah.
You really feel like that's a tangible thing. I wrote a book.
Yeah.
It's a fucking
awesome.
great feeling, man.
Yeah. Are you writing more books? Or you can do that again?
I have a third one I want to do.
Damn, you've done 2.
I did 2. Yeah. I took a break
crazy.
in between the.
You're a real author.
Nah, just it's like certain things don't translate to stand up, and that's the beauty of it. Is you can kind of meander when you're writing.
Yeah.
We're up. By the way, are you doing any signings in Jersey? Are you doing Ridgewood?
No, they don't have me. I think I was going to be Montclair, but it didn't work out. So this is the closest I get. But maybe I'll get to do more dates or something because I'm from Jersey, so I should.
You should do them, and to get on the list, you got to do a couple of independent bookstores, as you know. So definitely try to get them. There's going to be a massive fucking line for Demetri. He's a famous dude, and I'm happy for him. / I hate him. It's like Kevin Hart did fucking what did he do at the Prudential Center this weekend?
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's some.
I was at Montreal with him. We were like new faces at the same time.
Were you really?
Yeah, 2001.
God, it's all right. 10 years. He's been
around.
It's
also funny. It's so up and down.
Yeah.
I think the funniest thing is the guys who act like they've arrived or.
It's for a week.
I remember, not to throw the guy under the bus. I haven't seen the guy in years. It doesn't matter. But Todd Lynn.
Oh, yes.
I remember I coming to the Boston Comedy Club one night. This guy's got a fur coat.
Did he really?
Yeah. Because I heard he had a holding deal. Guy had a holding deal. They give you some money. Yeah,
we've had a holding deal.
Yeah, it's an advance against something, whatever.
To do nothing.
I heard he got a car and a fur coat, and I'm just like,
really? What do you? He thought the show was gonna.
It's like I've arrived. I've made it. For me, I'm just always all right, cool. So I got a little spike up, and then I go back down, and a little more up, and then go back down.
How long was you show on Comedy Central?
2 seasons.
Are you still on, or are you
no, canceled?
Was it canceled because a lot of times they don't do, and again I should follow this more.
Yeah.
But a lot of times they don't promote right. And Sarah, I thought, had a very funny show.
Yeah.
And that only lasted for 3 seasons. Sometimes I don't know if they promote.
Was it too smart?
No,
it seems like some of that smart stuff unfortunately goes away.
Yeah, for me, what it seems like from my experience is, it's such a big country, right? So 300 million people, whatever. If the way the media landscape is now is, if a channel has a kind of a brand that you can understand, then you can click onto that channel at any time. You might be motivated to go to it because you get what they do. Mm-hmm. And with Comedy Central, it's really weird that you have The Daily Show and Colbert, but you also have crank anchors, and I don't know, that was a while ago.
Right.
But it's all over the place, and there's no regular season really for anything.
Right.
So the shows that do the best, it seems, are the ones that are on so much, like now Tosh, that people get. They're like, okay, I know that's there. But if you have anything that you produce that requires big gaps between it being on television, there's no way to know easily, is this new? When's the season on? Is this old? So I think both for Sarah, for me, for a lot of the shows that are like 6 or 8 episodes, the two problems seem to be, one, the tone's all over the place for that network. You know what I mean? There's not like a consistent brand. They don't have a mission statement. It's not like comedy for college kids or like a little weird. Like, just have something. There's nothing. It's like all over the place.
I like that point.
That's a great point.
I think you described it perfectly. You were proud with what you did with your show, right?
Yeah, I learned like hard lessons. I outsmarted myself. I was thinking,
you were allowed to do everything you wanted to.
I could do everything I wanted, and I just made it too hard. It's like every sketch required its own location. I was a producer, so I learned about like where we're going to park the trucks.
Right.
Wrote a sketch with an old lady. She's got to be in the union. Now I only have 2 old ladies to choose from because it's like stuff like that in your head, and that's what's cool about a book, right? Is that I'm sure for you too, Jim. It's like you just write the idea out. You don't have to worry about producing it.
Right.
You know, if I write a thing with a robot, it's not going to be funny with the robot I can afford. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it was like a lot of that stuff. But I made it so hard. In those 20 minutes I had for every episode, I just tried to squeeze in as much as I could. I was working like 80 hours a week. I'm thinking, I just don't want it that bad. I don't want to be... I only want to be famous as much as it's required to get people to come see me do stand-up. Do you know what I mean? So I think some people really are in it for the trip of like, man, I want to be recognized.
Right.
And when I go to a restaurant, I want people to look at me. And I remember Orny saying that in that Seinfeld documentary.
Yes.
I'm thinking, oh, really? That's what really? Oh, man, because I just want crowds that don't suck. I just want like a nice audience so I can try my little jokes about rowboats or whatever stuff I was thinking about.
So your passion is still stand-up?
Yeah.
What if you become a big movie star?
That'd be cool if that gets people in the theaters. And also, you know what? I want to have a family. I want to have kids and stuff someday. So stand-up it's hard. I can't live in one city and just... I hear stories about the 80s where comics in New York... You could live in New York and you could go from like club to club and like you make your living in New York as a comic, but it's not like that anymore.
Eking out a living playing 10, 15 clubs a night.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but even there at least they could piece it together. And now it's like it's just not like that. You know what I mean? I mean, I guess you always had to travel, but even more so now.
Oh, Hayden Panettiere.
I'm sorry to be getting ready as we're doing this. I got Jack. I got to go do Jack for the Boneyard now because I have him early.
No, you can't.
I have to because I have a plane to catch.
We're pretty much wrapping up anyway.
Oh, we're done. Okay, it's 10 o'clock.
Cool.
I want to picture Hayden Panettiere.
Where is she? Go get her.
She's right there in the glass.
Well, then go get her.
Where is she?
Yes, that's her right there.
All right. All right.
Bring her in for a second.
All right. Tell
No, they'd never. We'd get in so much fucking trouble. You know how that works.
Why?
Damn shitheads. There she goes. Now she just ran away.
She's all right, huh? In your book.
Demetri, good seeing you, buddy. I'm gonna
Great to see you, man.
All right, why don't we get the plugs in then? Let Demetri get out of here too.
Yar!
Demetri Martin's book tonight. He's at 7 o'clock signing. Union Square, Barnes and Noble. It's called This Is a Book. You guys know Demetri's hilarious. There will be a fucking line, so go.
You got to come back,
Thanks.
Demetri. It's about time
I'd
we
love
met
to.
you.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, guys.
All right.
Very cool, man. Thank you.
Have a good one.
And I'm gone for 2 days. I'll see you guys Thursday morning.
Jimmy.
Boo, Jimmy.
Boo.
All right, guys. Have a good day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Antonio.
Amy.